Despite using all kinds of cameras over the last dozen years of being in photography, I've never really delved into what the Canon cameras can do on the JPEG side of things, and I recently found out that you can put custom picture profiles onto Canon DSLRs. Now, I can't take credit for this because it was Chris who told me that this was even possible, so cheers Chris. Now, looking at what's in this profile pack, there are some that, by name at least, simulate film stocks. Now, I'm not sure how accurate these are, but I figured it would be fun to show you first of all how to get them on the camera and how to use them all, and just to take some pictures and see what they look like. Alright, so a couple of things before we get started. These profiles work for video and for JPEGs. They do not work for RAW files, so if you want the untouched RAW files, you'll have to shoot RAW plus JPEG in camera, which is exactly what I'm going to do today. Second thing, they're filming in town today, apparently. It's going to span over a couple of days, so there may be some. I've already seen some pictures online of the set dressings and the props and stuff lying around, so maybe we might get some photos of that kind of thing today. Now finally, you're going to probably see some pictures from Matt today. He's one of the guys I'm walking around with. You've seen him in the previous video. He's interested to try the 6D and to try these picture profiles, so some of the pictures that you're going to see on screen are going to be Matt's, and I will label them accordingly. Now, before we get into this photo walk, I'm going to hand you off to Future Me to show you exactly how to get these things on your camera and ready to use. Alright, so to do this, you're going to need four things. You're going to need the Canon EOS utility for your respective camera. You're going to need the download for the picture profiles themselves. You're going to need your camera, and you're going to need the USB cable that came with your camera. Now, I'm using the canon.co.uk page. I dare say it's the same across all of their pages, but find the EOS utility, input your camera model, input your operating system, and it will direct you to the correct version of the EOS utility. Next thing you need to do is go to the cinescopeophilia.com website where I got my preset pack from. Click this link here and the zip file will automatically download. Once it's downloaded, extract it into a directory of your choice so that you can find it later once you plug in your camera. Now, once you plug in your camera and turn it on, the EOS utility, once you've installed it, will or should open itself and give you these three options. The one you want is remote shooting. Now, just a side note, to make this work, your camera must be in the manual position and in photo mode, not a movie mode. Otherwise, this register user-defined style button over here will not work. It will be grayed out. Once you are here, you click on this register user-defined style. As you can see, my user-defined styles are already set on the 6D. I've got Kodachrome in 1, CineStyle in 2, and Kodak Portrait in 3. Now, if I wanted to change one, for example, I would simply go to the folder next to the selection, and as you can see here, I already have the VW Collection CPS as my last folder I went to, so they're all here, and as you can see, there are a whole lot of profiles in here. So let's just pick one at random. Let's go with a Fuji Velvia. So we simply click that, we click open, and now my user-defined number 3 is now Fuji Velvia. We click OK. Once this closes, we can then escape and get rid of this, and that's it. Alright, so there you go. In the 6D, we now have Kodachrome in 1, CineStyle in 2, and Fuji Velvia 100 in user-defined 3. Alright, and just to show you real quick what this looks like inside of the 400D or Rebel XTI, we have Ektachrome in 1, Fuji Pro 400 in 2, and Velvia 50 in 3. Now again, if you're going to use it on an older camera like the 400D, you're going to need an earlier version of the Canon EOS utility, but they're all there for download over on the Canon site. Oh yeah, guy crossing the road. So angry. I like these. These are cool. So since we're using something like film simulations, I figured it'd be a good opportunity to use something like this, an old manual 135 f3.5 lens, using this, what am I using? What am I using?
No idea.
So I'm using this and the Kodak Portrait pitch profile. So I think these profiles are probably going to be perfect for those of you who just want to do things in camera, shoot JPEG, add a picture profile, don't want to mess about with post-production, or for those of you who like the idea of film and the aesthetic, but don't want to go through the rigmarole of paying for film, processing it with the time constraints and the cost involved. Alright, let me know what you thought of the shots in the comments down below. Feel free to tag me on Instagram or Vero if you use any of these profiles. They're all linked in the description below. Go check out Matt and go check out Mike over on Instagram and Vero, and I'll see you in the next one.